Is there such a thing as the right guy at the wrong time? That is the topic for today's video. Hi, everyone. My name is Mireille Nicole. I'm a relationship coach, and I'm here to guide you towards your happily ever after with love and grace and wisdom, with all the challenges and all the ups and downs that can come with relationships. I'm going to share today my personal experience with this topic, the experience of women that have come into my world, and I'm going to share with you 3 steps to take if you find yourself in a situation where it seems like you might have met the right guy, but it might not be the right time right now in this moment. Now, before I start, I have to give you a heads up that I've been battling a throat thing for the last, it's been over a week now. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll have noticed that I did not post a video. Here we go. Already, I'm losing my voice. You'll have noticed that if you're subscribed to my channel, I didn't post a video last week. I skipped last week. I was just feeling so under the weather. And then this week, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. And my husband was like, come on, you have to post a video. Just do it. Even if your voice is all cracky and you have to cut the video like you just did, just go ahead and do it. So I'm going to share with you guys this question that comes up a lot and my thoughts on it. And I said I would share my personal experience because this is actually something that I've experienced myself. So when I met my husband many, many years ago now, it was not the right time. So obviously he was the right guy for me because we are married. We've been together over 10 years now. I am super happy, head over heels with him still to this day. But when I met him, we had circumstances that were completely preventing us from being together. We had 2 other lives at the time. So when I met him, or in this case, in our situation, when he came into my world, it just wasn't the right time. And I know of many women who I know or who have come into my world who have met a person maybe in high school or when they were younger, and it just wasn't the right time. And actually later in life, they've come back into the picture and they were able to connect. They were able to finally be together. It was eventually the right time. And I know for my husband and I, there were 7 years where it just wasn't the right time for us. So if this is you, what do you do when you're in that situation, right? So I just wanted to share kind of that preamble and my personal experience to tell you that there's hope, right? It might not necessarily happen. It might still be the right guy, but there might never be a right time, right? But at the same time, I'm the relationship coach who happens to believe that anything is possible in love, and anything can happen because I've experienced amazing things for myself, and I know that you can also experience amazing things in love and have that fairy tale that you dreamed of as a little girl. So let me share with you 3 things that I did when it wasn't, it was the right guy, but it was not the right time. So number 1, the first thing you can do, or the first thing I encourage you to do, is to just keep going with your life. And I'm not saying to just, suppress the feelings or suppress the sadness or the anxiety or ignore, the questions you're asking yourself, what do I do? What's going on? Why is this happening? Obviously, I want you to feel the feelings. That is just so important in life. We want to be able to honor what's coming up for us inside. As women, I always talk about how our feelings are our superpowers. So we don't want to ignore them. I'm not telling you to just, slap on some fake positivity and just go on with your life as if everything is fine and, you're not sad or disappointed that it seems to be the wrong time. But I know there's a woman who reached out to me recently, and she was talking about how, she felt she met the right guy. It was the wrong time. And she was trying to go about it with no contact. And just my personal approach that I use and I recommend, I tend to keep no contact when it's, a situation of abuse of some sort or narcissism, or it's a heavy, situation. Then you take out the no contact. But in a situation where it's you met someone, you're not sure if it's the right time, maybe you're kind of struggling with the emotions, I still encourage you to be, kind of flexible and just let this person, be in your life in whatever way that is realistic or is possible or feels okay to you, right? So when my husband came into my world and it wasn't the right time, I didn't block him off or, make sure never to see him in any circumstance, that wasn't realistic. And at the same time, I just wanted to keep showing up as the best version of myself and live my best life the way my life was going at the moment. And I think that's really important to, keep doing the things that you love to do and not necessarily just kind of focus on that situation so much. That kind of might contradict what I share in number two, but I'll explain the nuance there. But you want to keep going with your life as best as you can. Don't start shutting doors and building walls and, creating all this extra kind of resistance or challenges or trying to force things and getting out of your feminine energy. Just kind of, go with the flow when it comes to this and really just honor what happened. Okay, you met this person. It might not be the right time, but, you get to move on with your life. And it's not to just kind of try to ignore it or push it to the side, but it's to keep moving with those two, that duality that's happening in your life. So, there's this guy, the situation that you wish could happen, but you're not sure, or it doesn't look like it might happen, but you can still move forward. It's always important to move forward and not let these things hold yourself back. Easier said than done. I realize that, but that's part of the work. That's part of your love journey. Number two, the second thing I did, and I encourage you to do, is I always had a very strong vision of what I wanted for my love life and for my relationship and what I wanted to see happen in my love life, right? So I kept that vision very strong. So even though I had life happening and I had the situation of this, this right guy at the wrong time, I was just always sticking to the desire and the vision of what I wanted. So even though you find yourself in this situation that might be throwing you off, I really encourage you to always hold on to what it is that you desire, what it is that you dreamed of. Is there, something that you can think about that keeps giving you those feels in the meantime as you move forward with your life, as you, let things unravel. And that's actually number three. I might as well skip to it because my voice is getting dry and it looks like the battery of my camera is going to die. It's just to surrender also, right? So move forward with your life, keep living your best life, be the best version of yourself. Number two, keep that vision strong of what it is you desire, keep that out in the universe, right? And lastly, just surrender to a higher power or God or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. There's got to be an element of trust that whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and it's going to happen, whatever happens in the most magical way, whether, it's this person that comes back in your life 5, 10, 15 years later when it is the right time, or maybe something even better comes in. It's so important to hold on to hope. So I know this video was super short, but I hope it was powerful and helped you see, from a higher perspective or a bigger level, what to do when you think it might be the right guy, but the wrong time. If you have any questions, if you want to share your experience, jump into the comments. I always respond and I'm always excited to hear from you guys. So hope to see you again in the next video. Take care. And that's it for now.